Turtles All the Way Down is a new film releasing on Max based on the popular John Green novel. So today, let's see if it's worth your time. Hey everybody, my name's Justin here, trying to watch everything that hits theaters and on streaming services like Max. If you guys are like me, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below and click that notification for more up and coming content. When a 16-year-old struggling with obsessive-compulsive disorder reconnects with her childhood crush, she faces the potential of finding love and happiness despite her mental condition. If there's one thing I wish John Green would do, it's to stop making me cry. His novels have turned into very popular films. Remember the first one seen a decade ago, Fault in Our Stars, just wrecked me when I saw it. And this film is very emotional. This stars Isabella Merced in probably her best role. She is terrified of bacteria. We see the effects and the directing of this movie that we really get a glimpse of what she is feeling when she's interacting with her friends, when she is potentially going to kiss somebody. We see all of her thoughts. She has conversations in her head. When she does get in her head, we see that all play throughout the film. We see this bacteria grow, what she is truly afraid of, and we get a sense of what this young girl goes through and how it's halting her from potential of going to her favorite college or developing relationships and friendships along the way. We really get a sense of who this young girl is and what she struggles with daily. Isabella Merced is so good in this movie. There is so many emotional moments as she does not want to deal with this. She wants a friend. She wants a relationship with her childhood crush. She wants to go to this college, but she feels like all this is just holding her back. And throughout this film, as we understand this character more, we understand that her OCD is a big part of her life. And throughout this film, we have these different effects and directing that have like this bacteria grow. The camera shakes a little bit. We get the thoughts that are in her head, and it just gives us a glimpse of what she goes through. And all of that, we have this really strong emotional performance that feels very genuine, that feels very raw and realistic when it comes to someone with OCD. This is the character I cared about. I cared about her journey. I cared about her overcoming her OCD. Everything about Isabella Merced's performance is very strong, and it just adds a touch of realism to this performance, and we just get an understanding, a glimpse of what she goes through, and it's really heartbreaking at times. There are several times in this film that I felt this character just break down. I felt all of that raw emotion. I cried several times within this movie. How authentic this film looked and how she struggled with being able to communicate with people, and they don't realize what she goes through. Now, throughout this story, there's also a story of her childhood crush, and his father has gone missing, and there's a reward for her father, and there's a reward for finding that father, and they have the idea of wanting to try to find him. That's a very brief part of the film. I think it sets up nicely the characters and some of the interactions within this film. It's not a big part of the story, but it does transition into more of the genuine connections we have within this film. So you have your initial setup of her friend's father that has gone missing. There's a reward for him, but they quickly kind of forget about that and then just transition into getting a glimpse into her life, her OCD, her best friend, and then trying to bring that back a little bit towards the end. She also has a best friend named Daisy. They have a strong relationship, and seeing how that plays out and how Daisy is trying to deal with her friend's OCD and just be there for her. There is some moments where we have this relationship that is tested and does also lead to some really strong performances from her friend. That kind of genuine friendship and seeing the chemistry between the two and a strong friendship is also a highlight within this film. I love the effects within here. They showed the bacteria growing. They showed us like this little bit of a shaky cam when she's all in her thoughts. It just added another layer to this movie. It added more depth of what she goes through. They easily could have gone in this simple route of just having these thoughts in her head, but they decided to add a little more to it to make it feel a little more realistic and show exactly what she is thinking throughout this movie. It is a heartbreaking story about a young girl that is loved by many, that she is struggling with this OCD. She wants more in her life, but it's really holding her back. And as we progress throughout this movie, we have many times that she is trying to get rid of this bacteria that she thinks is growing inside her. She has this cut on her finger that she is constantly changing the band-aid. She wants to put as much hand sanitizer on it as possible. So there's a lot that just weighs this young girl down, and it becomes very emotional. This is a good John Green novel and a solid story and a very emotional film. Easily one of my favorite of this year. Isabella Merced knocks this performance out of the park. She is truly great in here. So many emotional moments, so likable as well. You just want so much for this young girl, and just seeing her overcome all of that. There's a brief moment where they explain what the title means, and even that scene alone is very emotional as well. So before I give you my score for Turtles All the Way Down on Max, make sure to check out my channel here. I do movie reviews, trailer actions, ranking videos, tier lists, all that fun movie related content that you see on YouTube. I do it all here, so hit that subscribe button to get it all in one spot. In fact, to see where Turtles All the Way Down ranks amongst all the other 2024 releases I've seen this year, follow me on Letterboxd, and there you can find my ranking. I'm gonna go ahead and give Turtles All the Way Down a B+. Thank you guys for checking my review for Turtles All the Way Down. Have you guys seen it by chance? What do you think about it? Let me know in the comment section down below, and stay tuned for more up and coming content like this. My name is Justin Watches Movies, and you guys stay classy, YouTube.